At the end of 2019, Chinese authorities in the city of Wuhan warned of a new coronavirus. It would eventually lead to a global pandemic. On January the 11th, China reported its first death, a 61-year-old man who had been a customer at a wet market in Wuhan, which health officials believe was the epicentre of the outbreak. Within 2 weeks, cases started emerging in other countries, and the city of Wuhan sealed off from the rest of the world.
Make no mistake, this is, though, an emergency in China. But it has not yet become a global health emergency.
By the end of February, Iran, South Korea and Italy had become major hotspots outside China. The WHO declared a global health emergency and several countries shut their borders and issued travel restrictions.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
In March, cases had spread to most of the world and governments began implementing strict lockdowns. The same month, after reports of a shortage of medical supplies, Turkey began sending aid to dozens of countries. Medical supplies such as testing kits, face masks, protective overalls, gloves and disinfectant were delivered to countries badly affected by the virus, including the UK, Italy and Spain. By April the 2nd, the number of cases around the world had topped 1 million. By the end of May, that number had jumped to 5 million. The US death toll reached 100,000 on May 27th, and shortly after that, President Donald Trump threatened to pull US funding for the WHO, accusing the organisation of misrepresenting the severity of the outbreak. As the number of infections inched closer to the 10 million mark, the WHO warned the world had entered a dangerous phase of the pandemic. European countries, which once had the bulk of cases, began opening up and easing restrictions. But new cases were on the rise in the Americas, spreading rapidly in Brazil and Peru. By the end of June, the World Health Organization was warning that the pandemic was far from over.
The hard reality is this is not even close to being over. Although many countries have made some progress globally, the pandemic is actually speeding up.
At least 140 vaccines are being tested in research labs around the world, and the WHO is hopeful a vaccine will be found by the end of the year. Floyd Cush, TRT World.